Welcome back to my home. No, I'm joking. Welcome back to Deep Down Under with Elise, Freshwater-Blizzard and Jolene. And today, I'm standing in this huge chamber, and we call this a phreatic tube. At one point in time, all of this, where I'm standing, was just surrounded in water. And the waters kept pushing out in all areas at the rock, creating so much pressure against the rock, creating this huge tube. But today, Jolene and I are going through something a lot smaller, which you will see. It's going to be a little bit frustrating. I'm already tired just thinking about it. So come join us today, Elise, Freshwater-Blizzard and Jolene, as we venture deep.
I'm really sorry, but I can't move.
Down. Under. Oh boy, look at this cave map. It's so rudimentary, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what's going on. So this is the same cave that we did in the last episode. It's called Peak Cavern. Great cave. However, this time round, we're doing something a little different. So the tour kind of cuts off around there very vaguely, and then we get that glide around there. If you remember from last time. Now here is surprise view circle thing. That's how rudimentary this is getting. Now this is surprise view with the ladder from last time. But we're not doing that this time, so I'm going to rub that out with my sock because we're professional here and we use socks. We're not going any further than that. Like, that's out of the question. Instead, we found a small hole in the wall. Well, we didn't find it, but it's in all the books. It's been found already. So there's a small hole just here. And we do a hell of a lot of crawling all the way. And then we literally just go back on ourselves. We finish it just by walking back and to the exit. Simple.
So this whole entrance to where we want to go is tucked high up into the wall, so we've got to do a bit of an awkward climb to get there. There's a small bit of running water flowing down the rock, as you can see, as I climb. The walls are wet and I'm very muddy. Therefore, I've really got to concentrate on what I'm doing, and I'm constantly having my hands and feet contacting the wall. In the event that I lose grip on my feet, for example, my arms and my hands can then save me, and vice versa.
I'm right in the way.
Oh, you followed me?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it looks nice, honey.
Oh.
You look great.
And on we go. This is what the start of our trip looks like, and it's not going to get any bigger than that.
So I want to let you know that my camera, as you can very well hear, makes a very big clicking noise. And it's not the cave, but it's the camera. I will buy a new camera soon. However, it does look like the cave is going to cave in on us at any second, doesn't it? Well, fortunately for us cavers, caves don't cave in on themselves, if ever. There's more chance of a house crumbling down than a cave crumbling down. And because the walls are so stable, we can climb on the walls, we can lean on them, we don't actually have to be scared no matter how small the cave seems to go.
I'm actually filming in this really awkward position. It's like I have to lay down because the ceiling is right there.
any further, I'll be able to talk with you.
I'm really sorry, but I can't move. I'm just... I'm sorry. No, it's okay. You can stay there. I'm just gonna put myself out. Although I thought that was a fun shot, to be fair.
Yeah?
Whether you enjoyed it as much as I did is questionable.
I don't remember this one.
Go left.
So, as our viewers have probably rightly guessed, there's a lot of crawling to be done here. This crawl actually lasts for about half an hour. It's not for the faint-hearted, and if you want to do it, you have to be quite physically fit. Here we can see that Jolene has got a bit confused at this junction. There are many small passages that lead to dead ends in this crawl, and one can easily be confused when navigating through. This passage also holds many of what cavers call squeezes, where you have to carefully navigate your body through a tight space in order for it not to be trapped. So to do a really good squeeze like this is to do what Jolene is doing here, and it's to put your arms first. And if you put your arms through first, or at least get one arm through first, you've got more leeway for the rest of your midsection to get through.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, but we got that bit to go.
So if you love mud, you're in luck, because nobody will have ever seen mud like a caver has seen mud. Can you see how thick this is? It's unimaginable. It's crazy, and it's fun to slide down. Oh my gosh. The indents in the mud you can see that Jolene's just climbing up are actually footprints that the cavers previously before us have left over the years, and slowly they've made these huge crevices in the mud.
Well done. Right, and we're rolling, girl. So it's.
Can I move this? Because I need to put my
So
leg.
we're just preparing for one of my favourite squeezes called the eye hole. Now this is going to pinch my hips, and it's going to be quite frustrating to get through. But Jolene's going first, so that's good.
That's my girl. Woo! Bye. So we've just come from that hole there. We just did the squeeze and we've just come through. And now we've come to this little bit. She's got the chocolate out. Can you just like lift it out, and can I take a bite from it? Oh, fuck it.
So after the squeeze and the chocolate, we realise that we're looking at things that most humans never get to see. What you're seeing here is called cave bacon, and that's because of the way it looks, and it's formerly known as flowstone or drapery. What's happened here is that over the years, the water has passed minerals in the same route and left deposits of these minerals, slowly forming this beautiful stone above us. They are very common to see underground. Special formations underground are called speleothems, and just sometimes they make a trip worth going on.
Alright, so we've just entered the chamber, and this is how the entrance looks like. It's quite deep. It's really deep. Woo, well done. So we've just crawled for about 20 minutes and we're both kind of exhausted from it. Maybe half an hour if I'm being honest, and we took a few breaks. But we finally made it into Moss Chamber and it's so beautiful. So what you can see behind me is calcite, and what's happening here is over the years, through the ceiling, water has come down, and inside the water we have calcite, and it slowly forms sheets on the wall over the years. And this is called flowstone, and you can see why it's called flowstone, because it looks like it's flowing down. It looks like it's icing and you want to eat it, but we don't touch it, we don't eat it. And the reason we do not even touch it is because if we were to touch it, the oil from our hands stops the water from going in particular areas on the flowstone, and the whole thing in that particular area dries out. And we can't have that happening. We want to preserve places like these as much as possible, so we don't touch them as much as possible. And that's usually why we wear gloves. Now right now you can see I'm not wearing gloves, and that's because I need to deal with the microphone. I don't want it getting mud on it. But I'll put them back on as soon as I can.
Jolene sitting really pretty next to a pretty. Ooh.
So when I first came here to this chamber 2 years ago, I questioned somebody. So this is called Moss Chamber, but where is the moss? And I asked this sitting right here in this position here, and I just thought there would be lots of daylight coming in, there'd be some mossy bits around, but the answer to where is the moss is you're sitting right next to him. That's the answer I got, very bluntly actually. In 1959, a caver came in here who was 20, and he was a caver. He was from Oxford. He studied philosophy, and in 1959 he came here to explore new bits of passage that nobody had explored before. But sadly, he lost his life, and this is where he still remains today. And you can see his name is spelt wrong, which annoys me, but Neil Moss, all the same, still lies here. And every caver cannot take this trip and not think about this young man who died doing what he loved. So it's impossible to also make a video just without mentioning him as well. And I think that's where we'll leave it for this part of the chamber. Chap died doing what he loved. It's nice to see you, Moss.
Whenever you're ready.
Did you go on your right side?
Yeah, I went on as in the left side to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. It's
I'm
just
just getting frustrated.
don't worry about it.
It's just so annoying. Rock.
How you doing? What's wrong? Talk to me.
On my right side.
Okay. I mean either side works.
Oh, okay. Because I
Okay.
was trying to get on my left side and it was getting really awkward.
There she is.
When I was born, I went the hard way and I decided to go back in just so I could come back out. Sorry.
Love it.
Right, okay, so what happens is the rock squeezes my knees together and it traps them, and it panics me because my bones are trapped.
No, that's fair. I'm the same about my arms being trapped. I remember as a kid, my friends, when I was really young, rolling me up in a carpet and like trapping my arms, and I was like so scared
Jesus.
because I couldn't move. They're only like playing a joke, they're only messing on, but
Yeah.
when my arms were trapped, it really freaked me out, and I didn't realise it would so much. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm trying to film this, but also help. Yeah, hand down there. Nicely done.
Slowly does it.
Graceful. As always.
cave thing for you. Oh yeah, this was the horrible climb on the way up.
Sorry. No, it's fine. I'm just thinking, that's the good thing about this trip, is on the way it's a bit of a slog, but on the way back you probably just fly down everything.
Yeah. Slide down that girl, slide it. Style, my friend.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. I wouldn't be paid £1 million to do that. This is an awful sport. I much prefer staying indoors playing checkers. This woman is crazy. Well, okay, yeah, I get that because I once thought like that too. Well, for one, we know that the walls around us are very safe. But exercises like squeezes give us a sense of appreciation for the space that we have. And crawling for meters on end gives us the appreciation for standing up. And being underground makes us appreciate a nice beer at the pub after it's all finished. The sense of achievement is absolutely phenomenal in caving. Every time I visit a cave, I feel like I grow as a person because of these challenges. Only a few years ago, I was actually claustrophobic and scared of the dark. But look where I am now.
And I want to point out that this is exactly like the big phreatic tube that I was in, but it's just a lot smaller. It's the only difference. And this is what a worm feels like. I can't, if I lift my head up, it bangs the ceiling, so I can't get on all fours. I have to army crawl like this. So it just goes on and on for 20 minutes. It's a great workout though, and it gives you abs. I made it. I made it. Whew. I made it. Was there a man's voice?
Pardon?
Was there a man's voice?
No?
I heard a man's voice.
I mean, there might be people in the heat. Might have just been water voices.
It could have been water voices. Now I think about it, I didn't know where the voice came from. I thought maybe it was behind. But then as soon as the voice happened, you were like, I'm okay. You said I'm okay, right?
When?
I felt like you slid down here and you were like, yeah. You said I'm okay. But just before you said I'm okay, there was this, maybe that was the noise. That was that big,
Me sliding down, like.
yeah, maybe I thought that was a guy's voice.
Maybe.
So we finally made it out the crawl, and I just want to thank you so much for our viewers today for watching all the way through that. If any of you were wondering, will two tectonic plates suddenly move and shift and kill us right here and right now? The answer is no, we don't really get tectonic shifts in Britain. But if they were to happen, yes, we would die. There you go, question answered. Moving on, thank you so much to our viewers for watching. and we really hope that you enjoyed it. We put so much effort into these videos. And because we put so much effort into these videos, please like and subscribe the video. It's just below you. Come on, just do it for the caving. Do it for the caving. With love from Jolene and Elise, until next time, this has been Deep Down Under.
This is more like a dog poo though.
Why have we found a poop? Why have we found a poop in a cave? What is that?
It's making me really paranoid about all the mud on me now.